Hello everyone, welcome back to the Mania 7K World Cup 2025. We are almost done with the quarterfinals, but we still got a couple more matches to go, including this one, which is Germany against the Netherlands in the lower bracket. I'm Eviel, and I'm joined by Potassium F. Hello.
Yeah, you're stuck with me again, to the viewers, that is, because I am commentating like every second match this weekend. Yay! Making up for my lack of presence in the previous weeks. But we are here again with a losers bracket match. As you said, this is the first match of the weekend for these two teams. So the winner is going to actually have to verse some other team later tonight to be able to find out who progresses into the semifinals. But Germany and Netherlands, two teams that I don't actually get to cast very much. So I'm interested to see how these players perform.
Yeah, so just to fill you in, the winner of this will be facing Venezuela in like a couple of hours, so they don't really have that much time to actually prepare. But to be fair, if it's just in a couple of hours, that means they are pretty warmed up. They've kind of understand the map pool and maybe also analyze Venezuela against Macau. So maybe it'll be good for them.
There are, of course, Venezuela already playing their match against Macau, so there are some scores available for that, for whichever team is looking to win this match here. Actually, very close, like Germany and Venezuela in particular, very close in seeds, so that could be an exciting match. But Netherlands managed to pull off, I believe, one upset, a little bit of a seeding upset last week, so they're looking to try it once again against Germany. But I feel like the German players, in particular, Takia Whiskers is one of the names that stands out to me as a player that will become more and more valuable as these pools are getting harder. So I'm looking at that player in particular here for this match.
Yeah, Takia Whiskers, in terms of team score, which is performance score, in the round of 16, they finished 6th out of a lot of players, finishing higher than players like Alter, Lucas, Suzuha, Love, Bambi, Kaukai even. This player is going to be one to watch out for Germany.
Yeah, there are some cracked players in this tournament, but yeah, Takia Whiskers is definitely one of those world-class players that you can expect, especially in matches like this as we're getting to like the mid-game level. These are now maps that realistically in some of these matches you can definitely pull off a bit of a solo carry performance. And sorry if that's coming through my mic, it's thundering outside.
Hopefully it won't thunder too much for the Netherlands as they are protecting LN 4 as Germany protects LN 1. So we are full sending some noodles here today.
Yeah, interesting that Germany is going for the LN1 protect.
Yeah.
I would be thinking, so I was kind of looking at these scores and I don't particularly see any obvious like relative strengths and weaknesses in terms of skill sets for these teams. Like both teams perform pretty well on the LN, pretty well on the hybrid. They're fairly well-rounded overall, but I would assume the less physical picks would be the ones that the Netherlands might lean towards.
Yeah, give themselves more of a chance to try and take down some players from Germany that are going to scale as the weekends go by.
And
so
actually,
look,
my point's kind of being proven here. Netherlands did protect LN4, which is one of the less physical picks. Very technique coordination heavy, that map. So maybe that is the plan. Very weird to see two LNs being protected though. I'm not sure if I've ever seen that.
Oh, actually. I think Germany thought that they were going to be banning first. But Rice 4 will be banned by Netherlands, actually.
Wait, this is weird. Is Germany still going to be banning Rice 3? We're going to have two LN protects and two Rice bans. This is wild, actually.
I think for a map like Rice 3, I don't think it really matters what happens to your opponent's ban. Because Cord Jack is a skill set that is like in another realm for Rice.
I guess for Germany, they don't want to be playing Rise 3 in particular because it's one of those that the scores are just going to be relatively close. Assuming that all four players are comfortable with like the density of this pick, that it's very easy for scores to just flip back and forth because you do assume that these accuracies are going to be quite high in general.
Not just that, but also like you blink once and you chain miss a lot. We have seen so many players have such wacky judgments, but also a lot of costly score drops because of it.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to one of the players earlier, getting, I think, 12 50s.
12 50s, yes.
Yeah, that's...
I don't think that's the first time that has happened in like the quarterfinals as well.
It happens.
A match with 12 50s as well.
Especially in 7K, because I feel like the BPMs, obviously with the core jack maps in 7K, are quite a bit lower than the 4K BPMs, obviously making up for that with the density. But that lower BPM kind of causes you to, in a way, kind of like note lock sometimes, where it registers the next chord when you hit a note and you just chain 50s, like non-stop.
Yeah, and when you chain drops in 7K, it's gonna hurt more than in 4K because you have more notes to press.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's brutal in 7K if you do that. HP fails, obviously, a big deal for players like me who can't FC the maps that these players can, but we're going straight into LN3. It looks like both of these teams like LN. We might be in one of those weird matches where we see none of the rice being picked up early on.
I approve. This is going to be a very interesting start to the match as well, because it's just going to expose like how well these players can play Noodles, can play LN. This is the mixed LN map.
Yeah, definitely gonna be interesting. This might kind of determine how some of the picks play out, of course. I feel like Netherlands might still want to be picking LN4 regardless of what happens here, because that's a very different skill set in general, but also important to note, I do believe we're going to be seeing the same 4 players playing every map. Both of these teams are quite top-heavy, so I believe these are the 2 players that are going to be permanently in for both teams.
We shall see, but Freak will already be the first one to drop, trading in with Blacko and Sukiya Whiskers, so only Draven with the FC just 200 combo in.
Draven missed at the very start.
Oh,
there are no full combos. Yeah, Draven was the first one to miss there. All 4 players finding some trouble. Blacko and Draven here trading misses out, but it ends up being in favor of Germany a little bit, and that's because of the accuracies mostly. Look at the accuracies on Netherlands, down in the 97 mark, while Sukiya Whiskers is still on 99.5.
Yeah, now we got some release heavy sections over here. Seems like both teams doing quite well until the entire Netherlands team drops. And Germany actually being able to stabilize following that intro jump scare. Sukiya does reset their 1000 combo, but the accuracy differential is huge.
Yeah, at this point, the combo doesn't even really matter that much. Germany can miss as much as they want as long as they hold on to this 99% accuracy for their players. 2% accuracy difference is gigantic in Scorpy 2.
Yeah, Draven and Freak both having a very difficult time trying to navigate all these short LN, the streams, the release. And Germany are just running away with it now. Blacko holding the highest combo in the lobby, still 1.7k. And Sukiya Whiskers with the highest accuracy as well.
Yeah, a couple misses coming here from both sides, but again, traded misses, they're benefiting Germany once more, and 100,000 points in the lead. This is looking fairly solidly in Germany's favor. Blacko does drop that really high combo towards the end, but does not matter whatsoever.
Yeah, this is definitely a good map to start off from Germany. Just to scout some information. The physicality of this map definitely getting to the Netherlands.
You hate to see the last LN hold being Slider Bro. It's the worst feeling. No matter how well or badly you do on a map, missing that note it always kind of sucks. But a very solid point for Germany. You can kind of see exactly here, you know, it's players like Sukiya Whiskers there, and actually Blacko as well, holding up really well with the increased difficulty of this pool.
Yeah, and it's now time to see what Netherlands will want to go for. Now that they know that the physicality aspect of this map pool is probably going to be getting to them, they'll probably have to go for something a bit more comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, in hindsight now, you know, Rise 3 ban from Germany was a really good idea, because if I was Netherlands, I would love to go to that Rise 3 right now.
It's the most unpredictable map of the entire map pool, called Gems.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind if they just picked LN4. That does seem like something that could work out. But as far as like easy maps in the pool, I mean, there's none. But maybe something more comfortable in like a Rise 6 might also be possible, relatively.
Yeah, relatively easier, because now we are in the quarterfinals. A lot of these maps are pretty much out of the easy territory.
Yeah, I'm so hesitant to say the word easier, because throw me in this lobby and I'm getting a lot of fat B ranks.
I don't think I can play any of these maps, so...
Yeah, I mean, I'm being generous to myself here, honestly. But yeah, it's rough. We're getting into the quarterfinals. There's really no safe picks anymore. There's no picks that you can look at and say like, oh yeah, that's a nice AC battle map, for example.
And it seems like Netherlands are struggling to think of a map to go for. They are going for Isofode.
Hybrid 2.
Yeah.
So kind of maintaining with the theme that they're both teams wanting to kind of avoid the Rice, I guess, in one way or another. Maybe Netherlands just not exactly comfortable with some of the technical or trickier patterns, or the density maybe of the Rice. And Germany feeling more confident with the LNs as well, it seems.
Yeah, technical hybrid is definitely not that popular of a hybrid pick, actually. At least according to last weekend's matches. So not much information between these two teams on Hybrid 2 last weekend, because they did not play it.
I mean, this one has been played a fair amount, I think, in this week's matches, that is. It's maybe a little bit nicer physically, but it definitely has some like very weird LN snaps that I think is quite noticeable, like even at the very start of the map, that have been catching people off guard, even if only like dropping accuracy. I've seen a lot of 200s being dropped on the ends of these LNs.
Yeah, so something to definitely take note once we do start this map. Like you mentioned, no changes in this lobby.
I'll be very surprised if there's any player switches for any of these players. They've all been playing really well throughout the tournament, which is why they're here in the first place. But we'll see if this one plays out well for Netherlands. Important to be able to start off strong on your own pick, of course.
It does seem so. Sukiya Whiskers actually holding the lowest accuracy of the lobby. Draven does actually pick up a bit. Oh, Blacku also dropping below 99%. It is Freak holding the highest accuracy of the lobby.
Yeah, a lot of these LN patterns are the type of pattern that you do sometimes have to sacrifice your accuracy in favor of just holding the combo as much as you can. You can see some players almost dipping below 99%, and Blacku actually with the first miss.
Yeah, Netherlands might be targeting Germany's second player. Sukiya Whiskers, as I say that, drops the combo, trades it with Draven. Freak's the only player of the FC. But Draven will drop a lot of accuracy and Freak will finally drop the FC. So Germany will be able to reel this lead back in.
Yeah, there was a bit of an opportunity there for Netherlands to grow a lead, but the repeated misses from Draven just got kind of getting caught up on some of the trickier patternings there. Blacku does find a miss back, but Freak trades it, and now this accuracy imbalance is in favor of Germany, as Sukiya Whiskers is the only player to come out ahead of that 99% mark.
Now Draven now dipping below 98. And pretty much everyone in the lobby holding no combo at all.
I mean, look at these releases. They're really, really awkward to be able to time. Well, maybe not awkward, just hard, generally.
Yeah, you're bound to drop some accuracy. Sukiya still holding on to the 99% very crucially. And also Blacku doing very well to just keep behind, as Netherlands have a couple more combo drops. This lead is just going to grow towards Germany. Both players dropping again.
Yeah, we can see Blacku and Freak kind of holding similar accuracies there, similar scores, but Sukiya is the one that's not really being matched on the side of Netherlands.
Yeah, once again, everyone dropping combo. It's only Draven hitting the 400 combo cap first. But this map is pretty much done.
If everyone drops, then that score lead is not going to change very much. And 86,000 points, Germany is off to a breakpoint start here.
Definitely a little bit closer than before. But wow, Sukiya with 15 200s, that is a quarter of the next highest 200 count.
Oh my god, yeah, that 200 count is crazy. For that miss count and 200 count just seems really weird for a map that's this tricky to get accuracy on as well. That's a kind of like 200 to miss distribution that I would expect in something closer to like a core jack map.
That is true, yeah. Freak with the same amount of misses. Blacko actually had one miss less. But yeah, incredible accuracy.
Yeah, but we could definitely see the idea there. Netherlands definitely keeping up in that first half of the map, but as those like LN patterns became a bit more tricky, a bit harder to navigate, that's when they started struggling and kind of losing their comfort.
Oh dear. Hybrid 3 is coming out. We are jumping the gun. We're going from one of the more relatively easier hybrids to basically a mini tiebreaker.
And yeah, I mean, if you're talking about mini tiebreaker, that's really testing everything. Germany's really putting themselves forward and saying, you know, we are more well-rounded. We can play harder stuff just in general. And I think they'd probably be correct after seeing the first couple maps. It seems like they would have an advantage when it comes to the tiebreaker style maps.
Yeah, this might be rough for the Netherlands. But it's also in like Germany's ballpark to be able to capitalize on that. But yeah, I think Germany's match plan is just go for all the exhausting maps, the tricky ones.
Yeah, stamina is actually going to be a big deal in this one as well. 4 minutes long.
Yeah. This map has actually been picked quite a few times as well, but the scores have also been like a lot lower than most of the map pool.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have a fairly difficult hybrid in the pick. You know, they call it a mini tiebreaker, not just for show.
And if it's anything to follow from Isofold, we might see a similar result. But it also just comes down to how Germany is able to handle.
We'll see. They've been looking good so far, and of course, in a longer map, the accuracy is going to matter all that much more. Like single misses are probably not going to dent the score that much, and that probably benefits Germany a little bit because they have been the ones with the better accuracy, specifically on Sukiya Whiskers. He has been crushing it so far.
Yeah, Sukiya Whiskers has just been the X factor in this lobby. Netherlands have already shown some glimpses of some kind of consistency, some kind of accuracy, depth, but this is a 4-minute map, so they are going to be tested on consistency to the max.
Yeah, they're going to need to keep it up for as long as they can. We'll see how it goes here for both teams as we're starting a fairly long one. So any small mistakes that we see at the start here, like for Blacko there, is not really going to matter all that much. The second one might matter a little bit though. And Sukiya Whiskers. Oh, okay. Interesting start to the map so far. Netherlands actually ahead by a little bit.
Draven going to be the first to fall for the Netherlands, but trades it back with Sukiya. This is basically the same situation as Isofold, where Netherlands do have a very minor advantage, but Freak will drop and that lead might swing it back to Germany just from accuracy. But Blacko will miss. Trades it with Draven and this lead's gonna flicker as Sukiya misses twice.
Oh my god,
oh my goodness, what is
hang on a second.
Yeah.
Netherlands, please pick LN4 after this. Like, this is a sign. This coordination section right here.
Yeah, Blacko is not having a fun time. Look at all the 200s coming out.
Oh, but it's so close.
Oh, Draven finds 2 misses. Blacko finds 1. This lead's gonna flicker.
Germany's accuracy is still in the lead. Draven is still taking the accuracy down below 98 now. And oh wait!
Oh no!
Oh no, not the full, the disconnect potentially from Takia Whiskers. We'll have to see if he is still playing on his offline client, because it's possible that it still can be counted. But for now, all we'll get to see are these 3 players, it looks like, and everyone missing on these LN sections. That is rough.
Yeah, it really depends if Sukiya is still in the lobby, still playing, and whether or not this is just an external issue.
Yeah, it is absolutely past the allotted time for disconnections, so there cannot be any restart as far as I'm aware from the rules.
This is basically the worst map to just disconnect like 25% of the way in, because you're like a minute into the map as well.
But we'll have to wait and see. There's obviously no way for us to know right now whether or not there is a score that can be counted. Sometimes it's just an internet issue, and the players can still finish the map on their own end. But for now, it does seem like Blackout has been pulling ahead of the other 2 players, as Freak has been dropping the accuracy quite a lot through this section.
Yeah,
so
both Netherlands players.
Blackout, the de facto MVP of the lobby so far, it looks like, in this map, as we're getting into the last third now.
Yep, there's a couple more drops on both Netherlands players. They just cannot even break the 400 combo cap. But so is Blackout. Still holding on to some decent accuracy though, Blackout 98.5, and both Netherlands players, the 98% is really out of reach now.
Yeah, and looks like some big stamina issues there for Freak as well, now dropping below Draven. Draven's really pulled it back in the second half of the map, for sure. Going from that low 97 all the way up to the high 97 over time, despite these patterns really being relentless, we can see this LN section is just non-stop.
This is good information, like you mentioned, for Netherlands. Like, even though they are getting pounded in this, like, very difficult section, like, LN4 is definitely
I think that one short coordination section was actually a very good look for Netherlands when it comes to that specific skill set. So I would definitely like to see how that plays out, because it did look like they had a level of comfort there that might be able to translate into that LN4 map.
Okay, so I believe it was an actual disconnect. They are actually offline, so
it does seem like Takia is completely offline, so most likely it does seem like it is going to be Netherlands' point, unfortunately for Germany.
it shouldn't be too huge of a worry. So far, Germany have been able to show that they can just pick very high-end maps and probably be able to take points.
Yeah, well, we'll make sure first. I want to see him back in the lobby, because do need to make sure that whatever internet issue just happened is fixed, because as I said before, Germany does have 2 players that I expect to be playing every map. Okay, here we go. He's back.
Alright, we are so back.
We are so back.
It is unfortunate. That could possibly, and I would say most definitely, would have been Germany's point.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way with Blackout's MVP for that map. Takia Whiskers is definitely someone that you would expect to score pretty high, at least from what we've seen so far, so it most likely would have been Germany's point, but at the end of the day, nothing you can do. Yeah. Not really much point in thinking about it too much. What's done is done. And now it is Netherlands' own pick to see if they can tie up the score.
Yeah, and the pick that's pretty much staring right into Netherlands' face is LN4. But it will be the Netherlands to pick, so Me Light Connect. It's gonna be Rice too. So still saving LN4.
Well, they can, because
Yeah.
they will still get a minimum of... Hang on.
2 picks.
They'll get a minimum of 2 picks, including this one. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I can count properly.
Dense COD stream though. 178 BPM.
Yeah, I mean, this is an interesting one because this kind of like the dense, slower chord stream has actually been the chord stream map that it feels like most players have found less comfortable than the fast one. Just because of like the level of density that you get with that, it actually makes the patterns really tricky to be able to coordinate with your fingers.
Yeah, and it's a 8.5 OD as well. So I think like for a player like Sukiya Whiskers, it might be nothing, but for the rest of the lobby, would definitely pose a bit of an accuracy issue.
Okay, let's see it, because Rise 2 was the pick, I think it was, yes?
Yep, Me Light Connect was mentioned by Freak, I believe.
Okay, yeah, I'm just making sure I didn't hallucinate that whole conversation because I couldn't read the chat anymore. They are sticking with the left side and right side picks and bans on that pick ban screen.
Wait, is it? I wasn't paying
Yeah,
attention.
it's pretty perfectly split. Netherlands on the right side, Germany on the left side so far.
And that also applies to their protects.
Yes, it does. The protects and the bans and the picks.
Let's hope it stays that way.
Yeah, I always like some nice aesthetic pick ban screens, but we'll see. I'm interested to see on why this would be the pick here. I guess in a way it's more like straightforward than like, you know, the technical pick, for example, for the Rice or even Rice 5.
Yeah. It's quite flowy, but you're gonna be seeing like staircases. You're gonna be seeing some brackets.
Yeah, I've seen a fair few brackets in this one, if I recall correctly from the showcase. And those, if anyone that's not exactly sure what brackets are, it is very hard. You can try doing it on your desk. Alternate your fingers, right? Your ring and pointer fingers with your middle fingers and thumb, and try and alternate them back and forth really quickly. It just doesn't work. It's impossible.
I think it has something to do with like your middle finger and your ring finger having like shared muscles.
Yeah, that is a big reason why, I think, and it is exceedingly difficult to do. Way more difficult than it looks like, unless you have a very large amount of practice, which these players typically do. So I'm always impressed seeing maps like this come out.
And already both Netherlands players finding drops on combo below the 99% as well. So this will give the advantage immediately to Germany. Now here we go, some streamy patterns. Black will be the first to drop from Germany. Sukiya still holding on 99.7.
Yeah, it's a monstrous accuracy there, but Blacku does find a repeated miss. The combo definitely in favor of Netherlands right now, and that accuracy just tanked all the way down to 98.5. Freak does trade one of those misses, but accuracy is kind of up in the air right now between the two teams, despite Sukiya Whiskers holding that absolutely insane 99.8.
Yeah, Blacku actually struggling with some of these streamy patterns. Freak will trade in with Blacku, but Blacku misses again. That's going to give the lead a little bit more towards Netherlands now, as Sukiya completely crushing this map in terms of accuracy. But Netherlands still able to hold on, but accuracy is dropping from both players. This lead is going to shrink towards Germany as Blacku is able to hold on, but they do find another combo drop. And Netherlands once again still hold on to the lead as Draven will trade it back, and the lead will now flicker to Germany.
Oh my god, this is insanely close. These trade misses are keeping it so close.
What? I'm actually like I'm shocked. I'm shocked
the-
it's this close.
The accuracy is squarely in favor of Germany as well, by the way, but these trade misses are somehow working out in favor of Netherlands ever so slightly now. It looks like Germany has stabilized some sort of lead, but still misses coming out from Blacku's side. This is going to be really close all the way to the end.
Yep, it's not over till it's over. Netherlands will still have to hold. Accuracy might actually be shifting towards the Netherlands, but Draven finds a huge drop, making this lead a 5-digit one. And I think Germany might have just done enough. I think Sukiya might have done just enough. Black will still have to see out the end of this map. Tweet doing all they can still to make this competitive. But they will find a miss at the end that will seal it. Sukiya has done enough. And Germany will get a 3rd point on the board. This was very close.
That's a monstrous performance from Sukiya as well. That is
What?
a carry and a half.
What?
1-1.
Huh?
Full combo
What?
for Sukiya Whiskers.
Are you sure this person belongs on the 13th seeded team? What is that? That
Yeah,
is
close
oh
one
my
there.
gosh. The next highest 200 count is 24.
24
So out of
times
place.
higher than Sukiya, yep. It's a big outlier of a score, and that's kind of exactly what I was saying at the start. These maps are hard enough now that if one player is as good as this, they can absolutely carry individual maps. And now it's time for Germany. I mean, if I was them right now, why not just pick your Protect? They've been saving it for now. Of course, they are also guaranteed at least 2 picks.
Yep.
So they
can still
have
save it.
they have the board open. They've now won on all 3 types of maps. LN, Rice, and Hybrid, 1 each.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, and it's going to be the full inverse, which is a fun one because it's one of those skill sets that I am less knowledgeable about. I like the players, that is. I don't know how good these players are at full inverse because this has not been played in World Cups before. This is the first year we have this kind of pick in here.
Yeah, the thing with inverse is that I would say it is almost like the opposite of a contract map, where for like a contract map, it is very unpredictable. You may not know how good a player might be on contract, but for inverse, it is almost apparent the moment the first few inverses come in.
Oh, you'll know immediately.
Yeah,
It's kind of like SV in a way. You can tell who's practiced the map or not for SV. For inverse, it's not about practice. It's just, can you inverse? And it's one of those weird skill sets that if you see like lower level players, and when you see those players playing like the Dan maps and something and stuff like that, it's either inverse is the hardest map by far or it's the easiest map. There is no in between.
there really is no in between.
I have players of similar level to me that complain that they get C ranks on the inverse Dan maps that they can clear.
Not a surprise. And I
we
think
can-
right off the bat, might not be a surprise to us as well. Then the Netherlands might be struggling a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, these are some pretty tricky inverse like chords as well. Those like bracket patterns that you see are so much harder inverse than they are as regular chord streams, and all players now actually struggling. Misses across the board, but way more misses on the side of Netherlands, it looks like, with this accuracy from Draven actually at risk of an A rank here.
Yeah, not the first time, of course, in this World Cup where we might see a player not get an S rank on an inverse map. This is the nature of this kind of skill set, where you have to basically read in between the lines. And when we are talking about quarterfinals levels of inverse, it gets extremely exhausting.
Yeah, absolutely no joke to play chords like this that we're seeing right now, and look, every single player struggling on it for good reason.
I mean, crucially, the accuracy game is way in favor of Germany. I mean, Sukiya is still holding onto a 99. I do not know how they are still holding onto a 99 after a flurry of misses.
Yeah, they've been exceptionally clean misses for inverse maps. Yeah, like One there,
Yeah.
that looks like more just an accidental release very briefly on one note. But more misses coming in from the other three players as well, and this accuracy lead is just growing by the second.
Yeah, this point is out of reach for Netherlands now. All players dropping except for Sukiya, still holding on to the 99 barely as they do drop combo. Blackout dips below 98. But it is a safe Germany point. The safest you can get.
Yeah, you can see why the protect was put in place there. Few more misses at the end. These slow sections deceptively hard because of how kind of chordy they are.
It's also about like making sure that you're lifting and pressing the right fingers at the right time.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever you see kind of like a chord that's separated, right? You've got like two notes that you have to lift that are separated one note apart.
Yeah.
It's very easy to just want to lift all three fingers at once. If that makes sense.
Oh, okay. We are going from protect to protect.
Yeah, I mean, this is potentially Netherlands' last opportunity to pick that protect. So this is when they have to do it. And I think it does look like something that I would say is pretty promising.
Some potential. So keeping on the red on the left, blue on the right.
Yeah, you see it now.
Yeah, I see it now. That is honestly more beautiful than I thought. But let's see if this will be a beautiful pick for the Netherlands. Still trying to find their second point on the board.
Yeah, this one's a long one as well. 3.5 minutes longer than most of the maps that we've seen so far. So there is some real chance of fatigue. And when I say fatigue here, in these types of maps that are very coordination focused with 7 key, mental fatigue is huge. You have to be able to read constantly and play these like really like complicated finger movements for non-stop for 3.5 minutes. That actually does wear down on your mental quite a lot.
Yeah, and for this kind of map, you're going to be seeing like long L lens with slower patterns, and they usually come on the same hand. So a lot of these are single hand eye coordination patterns. And then the choruses will be the parts where it gets denser. So we'll see if Netherlands will be up to the task. This was the map that they did protect, so they definitely have cooked something for this.
Yeah, well, it means at the very least they're decently comfortable on it. Comfortable in quotes, obviously. It's very hard to be fully comfortable on maps such as this, but
yeah,
enough to get decent scores for sure. Yeah,
as comfortable as one might be. Well, let's see if Netherlands can still strike again. On Fu Da Huang. The LN coordination map, yeah.
I'll let you do the pronunciation there.
Alright. Another long map. Which means sit tight.
And another one that we might be seeing fairly early on if there's any players that are really uncomfortable with this kind of patterning.
Well, the first drop will be Blacku. I believe Blacku have been like not as consistent on LN as Rice, so maps like this we might see a couple more drops towards the map as it goes, but Sukiya finds a drop. So both players of Germany down, both players of Netherlands still holding on to FCs.
And still fairly early on the map, definitely will get harder pretty soon as we're still in the intro, but Blacku finding another miss there. This is a very good sign for the Netherlands early on.
Yeah, make it another miss. And so Netherlands... Oh, yeah.
Freak does trade, but another trader misses here. It's still accuracy advantage. Oh, who has the accuracy advantage? I think Netherlands still does, yeah.
Netherlands
Blacku
definitely.
now drops below that 98% on the side of Blacku.
Yep, Sukiya Whiskers definitely gonna try to pull this lead back as Draven drops. There goes all FCs in the lobby, but Sukiya will reset their combo. And so Netherlands will still have this 12,000 point advantage.
Yeah, and that's pretty decent. Even though normally you would expect 12,000 points is not that much, longer maps mean that this point lead is much harder to be able to take back, especially with this accuracy advantage in favor of Netherlands. Freak is actually keeping up with Sukiya Whiskers' accuracy right now, and Draven is beating out Blacku. So this lead is going to slowly expand over time.
I think Freak is actually scoring higher than Sukiya at the moment, which is crazy to think about as Sukiya and Blacku both drop combo. Draven did drop a little earlier.
Definitely now, Freak is outscoring. And we're halfway through, but this is looking super promising. 30,000 points in the lead. And these misses are still coming in from both teams. Blacku now finding the most recent one. And that just benefits Netherlands more and more as the map goes on.
Yeah, it's even more promising as this map continues as Blacku drops. Freak will finally drop their high combo, but Draven is now going to be able to take over that. As both players at the bottom row will trade misses towards each other. Draven finds a drop. Sukiya the only one with a high combo. So this lead will diminish a little.
I will say, I think this accuracy is getting closer together between the teams because now Blacku and Draven are not too far apart, and Sukiya is beating out Freak again in terms of the accuracy.
Yeah, but Draven is beating Blacku out by more than Sukiya is beating out Freak. Both players do trade misses again, but Blacku is just dropping more accuracy, but Draven drops below 98%. This lead is actually still in favor of Netherlands, actually like, growing towards the Netherlands.
30,000 points at this point in the map is not exactly recoverable. I don't think there's just not enough of the map left, and these misses have been super clean from both teams. So there's not really been any risk of any massive accuracy tanks or anything like that, and it's being traded anyway and from the side of Germany. So very solid point. Netherlands managing to win their own protect, a point that does not require any disconnect here. They have managed to earn one on their own right.
A convincing lead. 39,000 points, and Freak will... Oh, I wasn't want to say will Freak the MVP of the lobby, but
2 points?
Off by 2 points.
That's 2 points off. I feel like you gotta give Freak something there.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. That was a really strong performance from Team Netherlands overall. It seems like it is going to be the Sukiya Whiskers continuation of MVPs though, as we get 4-2. Netherlands only 1 breakpoint away, but it has proven difficult to win on Germany's own picks.
Yeah, but what this also means is that regardless of what happens, the Netherlands will still get another pick. But it is looking very difficult. We have 3 Rice maps, 1 LN, 1 hybrid.
Connect 4 watch out here. Rice 5 I like as a pick for Germany for aesthetic reasons.
Possibly Rice 1.
If they plan on picking Rice 5 after for the Connect 5, that would work out. But more likely that they're going to pick something like LN2 or Hybrid 5.
There we go.
Oh,
Rice 5 coming out.
They're listening to stream.
It's either they're listening to stream or they just like OSU originals.
That's true as well, actually. That's an added bonus of this being an OSU original. So we do get to hear this one from Akiri again on stream.
Shoutouts to Akiri Bonk. But yeah, this is mixed rice. So dipping our toes back into the rice pool.
Yeah, we have only seen 1 Rice map so far, and that was actually very close, all things considered. This one, of course, being a very different one, I would expect there to even be more misses on a map like this. Much more kind of technical patterns, much more mini-jack focused and bursty patterns than we saw on the Cord stream earlier.
Yeah, a completely different type of Rice map.
Again, I think this is one of those maps that you might be seeing Sakia Whiskers pulling ahead and perhaps being that difference maker for Team Germany. But alternatively, there's also a fair chance that all 4 players might be missing quite a lot, as we've been seeing in some of the other maps.
Yeah, it does seem like Blacku has been the one that is always lacking behind Sakia Whiskers. But crucially have been able to just beat both Netherlands players, or just one of the Netherlands players, to be able to give Germany the point. But from what we saw in the previous map, the LN4, Blacku was the lowest performing player of the lobby, despite Sakia being the highest performing. So that means Blacku will have to do all they can to make sure that they do not finish bottom of the lobby this time. But here we go. To get ourselves into these rolly bursts right now. Blacku will be the first one to fall, as I mentioned. Blacku needing to step up. They will be the first to drop combo first, but the Netherlands' accuracy once again on the back foot, and Sakia will actually find a miss. Both players of Germany dropping again, and again Netherlands having both players still with FCs intact.
Oh my god, we're combo gaming on this one.
We're combo gaming. Yeah, throw accuracy out. Actually, no, not just throw accuracy out the window.
No.
All 3 players but Sakia drop combo. And Draven
this is getting chaotic. We're seeing trades left and right, but now a few coming in for Draven and Freak. This is going to turn back to Germany, but Blacku does miss as well. And it seems like, as we're kind of stabilizing a little bit, it's in favor of Germany, mostly from this accuracy. Draven is falling behind a little bit between the other 3 players, but still trades misses back and forth.
Yeah, and this is the Kojak section. So now we can kind of see what might have happened if Vice 3 was being played, and it does seem like Germany is able to beat out Netherlands on that Kojak aspect.
More accuracy being dropped by Netherlands. This is now Germany in a strong position here. Sakia Whiskers on above 99%.
Yeah, Sakia just holding Germany together. Draven dropping even more combo and more accuracy. Freak will also follow suit. And this lead might just slingshot towards Germany now.
Yeah, a couple of trade and misses, but notably there is one name that's been absent from these misses that have been happening for the last 2,000 notes until that point. But it is going to be enough.
Yeah.
Sakia Whiskers once again getting that MVP, and Blacku keeping up with Freak for the most part there. That is going to be Germany putting themselves on match point now after another one of their own picks being won out.
Yep, Blacku having a very shaky start to start, but they were able to hold on to their accuracy towards the end, 98.58, just 0.01 below Freak, but crucially was able to beat out Draven.
Yeah, overall the better team score here for Germany. Netherlands now, they get their own pick at the very least. Technically, they are still only 1 breakpoint behind, if you want to look at it that way. But
yeah.
Wait, hang on.
Oh,
hold up.
Double S from Draven.
Wait, no way.
Draven
score v2 double S? Hold up.
I don't think I've actually seen that happen in like ever. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, the score v2 double S only comes up if you get 0 300s. Completely flawless run that we saw on that screenshot. And Freak wants to pick LN4 again. I would agree. I would think that would be the correct decision if they were allowed to make it, that is.
Unfortunately, once a map is picked, it cannot be picked again. I think
Yeah,
those are the
otherwise-
rules since the very first World Cup back in 2011.
Imagine if we could just have like LN1 and LN4 just being looped, picked back and forth until tiebreaker.
Oh no.
Like,
Oh no.
okay, I do expect Netherlands maybe. What would they go for?
LN2.
They could LN2, Rice 6 might be. They shouldn't pick Rice 1. And I don't think they're gonna pick Hybrid 1.
I don't think they're gonna pick at all.
They're just not gonna pick.
I don't know. I don't know what Freak wants to do.
Yeah, it seems like they're taking a timeout. They want to have a think.
Wait, did they actually like
Oh,
leave the referee to randomly roll, and then it picked LN2 by accident? That would be really
we'll
funny.
see. They did ask for a timeout, so they're going to be thinking about this properly. Seeing what they want to be playing, what they might have the best scores on, what they have the most fun playing sometimes is the real way of deciding.
The real way is just to have fun.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Fun is
Sometimes at the end of the match, you're just like, I kind of want to play this map, but it hasn't been picked. Or maybe I just want to flex my score on this map. Well, we'll see. Either way, I would like to maintain this left-right situation. That would be very nice. But that's just me.
Yeah. Don't worry, it's not just you anymore.
It would have been great in hindsight for Germany to pick Hybrid 1 instead of Hybrid 3. But can't have everything, I guess.
It's okay, it's the base. It is the base for the future where Germany actually take the 6 point. So it's balancing everything out as the winners, but of course Netherlands still in it. I think Freak was asking for a timeout, so we might just have a bit more time to ourselves.
Yeah, we'll sit there. We'll sit here and theorize a little bit what they can pick. I actually don't mind Rice 6 as a pick if they're feeling that one, because we did see a little bit of weaknesses in Germany with the Rice 2. And while I mean Rice 6 is a bit more straightforward, there's still the potential for some misses to come out on the side of Germany there.
Oh, there we go.
It seems like my reasoning has been good enough to convince Freak to pick Rice 6 as well.
Your comment on how they are listening to stream is still being proven right.
I've been getting these right a weird amount this match. I shouldn't be. I'm not a 7-key player.
And yet, the knowledge.
And it seems like we might actually get some time a little bit more, because the German players are not quite ready just yet.
The really funny thing is that if Germany actually win this, their match would be against Venezuela, and it would be in 7 minutes.
Wait, in 7 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh my god, wait. Okay.
I went to check, like the possible schedule. Oh, sorry, not 7 minutes. I guess 1 hour and 7 minutes.
Oh, okay. That might be.
I read the time wrong.
Actually, you know what? If I was playing, I might almost prefer to play in 7 minutes. I mean, depending on how tired you get, they might be a bit worn out. Maybe they need a rest. But yeah, that might be a very exciting match to have a look at. Of course, they still need to close out this one.
Yep.
Netherlands have shown that they can definitely hang with some of these picks, so we'll see if they can put on a few more points here. And this one's a fairly short one as well, so misses are going to impact that score quite a lot, and we've seen some chaos happening in that regard.
Will we see like both Germany players drop first before both Netherlands players again?
Yeah, Netherlands has been very strong at the start of maps. You have to say that much.
It's like Germany just switches off in like the first minute, and then they just lock in for the rest of the map.
Yeah, I mean that can be a good thing sometimes. Honestly, sometimes if you get off to a bad start, the pressure's kind of off.
Yeah.
And you end up playing better for the rest of the map. I feel like that happens sometimes when it comes to tournaments.
We'll see if that happens again. Oh, I think that's a genuine miss from Freak at the start though. So it does not happen again, but Blacku will trade it with Freak. Already the accuracy advantage just going to be in favor of Germany.
Yeah, well, Freak will take a little bit more to maintain, to bring up that accuracy. Actually, another miss. That's gonna make it take a little bit more for that act to hit 99 once again. But definitely a big accuracy advantage for Germany with Takia Whiskers holding that 99.7.
Yeah, they were sloppy misses from Freak as well as opposed to Blacku. Blacku now being able to recover back up to 99.1. Draven will fall, as is Blacku. Sukiya the only FC in the lobby.
But big difference this time around is Blacku is holding a very strong accuracy himself. Yeah. 99% is above both of the Netherlands players. And Draven finds another miss there. So Germany is going to start to pull away with quite a large lead now.
Yeah, Blacku definitely stepping up from the previous maps. Now being able to tangle with even the highest from the Netherlands. Which automatically means that the Netherlands are just off the back foot. It seems like all players able to build up some substantial combo now above 400. But we go right back to the fast court stream. No break whatsoever as Blacku will be the first to fall of the 4.
Yeah, really big recovery from Freak here in the second half of the map, but it's not looking like it's going to be enough as Draven also finds another miss there, down to 98% accuracy, and nobody is here to match Takia Whiskers. Has been the name of this match so far, and looking likely to close it out with another MVP performance here.
Yep, and indeed Germany will take it 6-2. Another valiant effort and another FC from Sukiya.
Yeah, really strong scores. Germany looking strong in a lot of these picks.
Absolutely phenomenal performance from Germany, but we will have to say goodbye to the Netherlands. They were a very entertaining team to say the least.
Yeah, they fought very well, especially for their seed 26, managing to get the upset last week. You know, on paper, a seed that is not expected to even show up in the quarterfinals, but managing to take 2 points off of Germany is a very strong feat as well in and of itself. So they've performed well. Germany not quite out of the quarterfinals just yet because, as you said, they do have to play one more match in exactly 1 hour against Venezuela.
Yeah, you do not want to miss that because that is seed 12 against seed 13. So we are going to probably see fireworks.
There are going to be some very interesting situations there, especially since both teams now have some information about the scores of each other. So we might be seeing some very unique picks and bans coming out. But for now, it looks like that is going to be the only match that we have on right now. I don't think we have another one until that one in an hour.
Nope. Yep, indeed. As you can see right on your screens, Germany just having finished a match. We'll have to play the next match in an hour.
Yeah, we do have, I believe, 4 matches left this weekend today, or is it 5?
It is 4.
It is 1,
so
2, 3, 4, yes.
We have 3 confirmed matches and then 1 conditional match, which the conditional match will be either between France and Canada or Peru and Spain.
Yeah, so well, those teams are going to have to... those teams are definitely going to have to play right after each other, aren't they?
Oh wait, actually no, they are playing at the same time, and then it's Chile against the winner of France and Canada. My bad.
Okay, lots of teams in the losers bracket here duking it out to try and make it to that semi-final spot, but we will take about an hour break, and until then, make sure you go have some rest, go eat some food, make sure you're ready.
Oh, go buy some banners as well.
Oh, that too. That's an important one. Tell me more about the banners.
Yep, you can go over to the O's store and you can purchase one banner, or you can purchase all the team's banners, and you can purchase multiple of a single team's banner. Why not, show your support to everyone in this tournament? And also, if you pick the winning team's banner, you get to hold it on for the rest of the year.
That sounds great. Make sure you stack as many banners as you can, within reason, under your budget, of course.
But yeah, 1 hour to the next match, and I think that will be it from both of us. So
yeah, we'll see you soon.
Any more words, PortezMF?
No, I am satisfied today. I will see you guys in, I believe, 3 or 4 hours. 3 hours, where I'll be commentating at 4 a.m. So,
oh dear.
We will see you guys shortly.
Yep, we will see you all in an hour, back for Venezuela and Germany.
You are ready for your second lesson. Let us look back and see what were the most important things you have learned from your first lesson.